Everybody, you are watching the archive broadcast of The Break for Moms, and I was just having some technical difficulties, so if you're wondering why there is another program with the same date, that's because I had to close out the broadcast and start again. So now I'm going to hang tight and wait for my viewers to join us. So grab some coffee or tea or whatever it is that you drink, put your baby in the playpen, and give your kids something to do if you've got older kids at home that are not yet in school today, and get comfy because we've got a great show lined up and I can't wait to tell you all about it. It says your fans have been notified. Please continue broadcasting. So I'm going to wait for my fans to come back. Hi, sorry about that. I hope you can hear me now. I was trying to test out some new software and it didn't work the way I wanted it to, and that's life as a live streamer. So my apologies. I'm going to wait for a few others to join in and tell you about this great show that we have going today. I've got a contest that I'm going to extend and run through next week, so you'll hear about that, as well as some celebrity news, our tip of the day, and a new segment called What Would You Do? And I can't wait to share that with you. So I'm hoping that I will still have Lucretia call back in. Lucretia, if you're watching now, go ahead and call back in. I have a question for you about why my audio didn't work, and I would love to hear from you as to why it didn't work. Anyhow, I've got my phone here, and I'm just going to double check to make sure that my audio is okay. Oops, it looks like I got a message from my sister. Thank you, Deanna. So we're waiting for the rest of the viewers to pop up. Anyhow, I'm going to continue to talk because all of the broadcasts on Bidchat are archived. So we want to make sure that those that are tuning in after the show are not sitting here waiting for me to start. And with that said, let's talk about celebrity news. Did you know that another celebrity shared a birthday party with the same theme as one of my kids? Yes, Mario Lopez had a Dory-themed birthday party a few weeks ago. Both of his kids have birthdays in the month of September. His oldest is Gia, age 6, and his younger child is a boy named Dominic, age 3, and they both have a combined birthday party because their birthdays are September 9th and September 11th. So interestingly, they chose the Dory theme, which is the same as my 3-year-old daughter, which I thought was so cool. You know, it shows us that even celebrities, as long as they're parents, they still have a lot in common with all of us. So keep that in mind, that this show is for all parents, and I hope that at some point we will have some influencers and celebrity moms and dads call into the show. That would be so much fun. Be sure to share the show with all of your friends. Know that this show is on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All you have to do is search for The Break for Moms with the number 4. And you can also subscribe to my new blog, which is the show blog, www.thebreakformoms.com with the number 4. Hi, thanks for joining back. I see we have a few stragglers joining in. I'm so sorry that this broadcast had to close out for some reason. My audio was not working today. And that is the beauty and reality of live streaming. Sometimes the audio or the video quality is not good. And if that is the case, just hang tight and I will be back up and running in a few minutes. It takes a few minutes to get the live stream going, so that is the cause for the delay. So anyhow, if you're just joining in, I was talking about some celebrity news and Mario Lopez having a birthday party for his kids that was Dory themed. And I also read on the internet that the theme using Dory was something that his wife wanted to help with the decorations. So she used a program which I love called Avery. It's Avery software. If you go to any office supply store, you see Avery products in the store. And you can also download software for free on the internet so that you can customize your party decorations, stickers, labels, whatever it is that you may want to do, invitations. There are a ton of free templates online at avery.com, which I love. I'm not endorsing them because they're paying me. I just love Avery and the software. And anytime I have a kid's birthday party that I can't find a theme to at the store, such as PJ Masks, which my kids love, I can simply make my own labels and other party supplies through Avery. So check it out. It's an awesome tip. That's not our tip of the day, but it is a tip for celebrating parties and making custom designs for a much cheaper cost than going on Etsy or paying someone else to do it for you. And with that said, we're going to move on to a new segment. What would you do? I'm wondering what would you do today, and you can call into the show if you'd like to chime in on this. What would you do if you had little kids such as me? I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and you were at the store and your oldest child, who is a boy, needed to use the bathroom. What do you do with the other kids? Do you take all 3 of them in the bathroom with you? If it's a single stall in the bathroom, do you let your child go by himself? If it's multiple stalls, do you take all of the kids in with you, or do you still let your child go by himself? If you have a boy who's little, age kindergarten or under, do you take him in the women's bathroom? And if you do, at what age should you no longer do that? I'm wondering, because I still take all 3 of my kids in the bathroom when anyone has to go, unless it's a single stall and I'm standing right outside the door. And with that said, if it is not a single stall, I take all 3 kids in the women's bathroom. My oldest is 5 and he's a boy, but I still take him in the women's bathroom. And I'm wondering, in this day and age with all of the new laws changing and, us not knowing who else is in the bathroom, are you concerned about that? Does it bother you, the idea of sending your boy by himself in the bathroom? Really, what is a good age? I feel like I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's ever a good age. I kind of want to baby my son forever, and I know I can't do that. But I'm wondering, what is the age where you let them be more independent and go in the bathroom by themselves, especially if they're a boy? So call into the show if you would like to chime in on that, because honestly, I would like your advice and to hear what you have to say about that. I have another topic. What would you do? What would you do if you have little ones? And I know some of you don't have little ones, but maybe you did have little ones in the past. Maybe your kids are teenagers now, but they used to be young. What would you do if you had to pick up something quickly at the store and you're parked right in front of the window of the store? Let's say, for instance, one day I had to pick up a pair of glasses. So I parked right in front of the optical store. America's Best is the name of the store I go to. And there was a woman right at the counter, right in front of the window, and she had my glasses. And literally all I had to do was open the door, grab the glasses, and go back to the car. Do you think it's okay for me to leave my kids in the car if the car is locked, if I'm right there and the window is right there and I can see them and I'm within feet of the car? I'm wondering, or am I a bad mom if I leave them in the car? What would you do if you have multiple kids and some of them are little and you need to pick up one of your kids from school and you have to walk across the parking lot to grab your child from the door? Do you leave your kids in the car? If it's a nice day out and it's not too hot or too cold, I feel like it's okay. And other moms understand the door's locked. I can see the van. I can see that no one is touching the van. And I'm literally walking across the parking lot to get my other child while the other kids are either sleeping in the car or, maybe it's raining and I don't want to take them out of the car. So I leave them in the car for the sake of convenience. Do you think that's wrong? Am I a bad parent? I'm wondering what you think. So go ahead and call into the show. I'll wait to see if we have any callers who would like to share their understanding of the issue and what they do, because honestly, I'm wondering what other moms do. I feel like other moms do that if it's just a quick walk across the parking lot, but sometimes I worry that other moms are looking at me or watching my van, and if they see that I have a child sleeping in the van and I'm within arm's length or, maybe just several feet away, I still feel like maybe someone is judging me. So I want you to know that this show is not for judging other moms. This is simply a show where you can call in and you can describe your experiences. Everybody parents differently. Everyone has a different way of doing things. And I want to hear about your way, because there isn't necessarily one right way. And I also want to share with you that even if you are a mom of older kids, you can call into the show as a mentor mom or mentor parent. This show is not only for traditional moms, but also adoptive parents, nannies, babysitters, and any other caregiver of children, roughly age 0 to 18. So if you're joining the show for the first time today, I don't want to talk too much about what the show's about, but I want to make sure that new viewers understand what the show is about. And I want to share with you that it covers a variety of topics in parenting. So if you have older children, or maybe you even are an empty nester, but you find the show interesting and you want to be a mentor to younger parents, please feel free to call into the show at any time. I welcome you. The line is open for anyone to call in at any time. Keep in mind that when you call into the show, you are technically co-broadcasting with me. Therefore, everyone else can see you live. Now, does that mean you can't call in your pajamas? Of course not. You are welcome to call in however you are comfortable doing it. And I'm going to tell you very quickly how to call into the show. You simply click bid, and you will see a pull-down menu of different prices. All you have to do is bid the minimum today, 100 Bitcoins. You'll see a gold icon, and that's for 1 minute. If you bid for 1 minute at 100 Bitcoins, I will extend your call for free for an additional minute. So you'll get 2 minutes, and I will reimburse you those 100 Bitcoins. All you have to do is be a new follower of the show. Simply click on the heart below this profile and broadcast. It will turn red, and you will know that you are officially a follower. After the show, I will get a notification that I have a new follower, and I'll send you those 100 Bitcoins. So let's talk about contests and giveaways today. We have a giveaway that I started last week, and unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. If you were watching last week, I am so sorry. I want to apologize to you. The giveaway is regarding Usborne Books and a consultant that I had on the show from Usborne Books last week. Her name is Emily Tosh, and she joined us and talked a little bit about literacy and getting kids interested in nonfiction and other types of reading materials that help kids with fine motor skills. Some of the books that she talked about were some type of light and shadow book. I can't explain it as well as she can, but you can check out one of the previous moments listed on the archive broadcast within this profile and this show page, and you will find it. Look for Emily Tosh under the archived moments section, and she'll tell you a little bit more about those books that you have a chance to win. So how do you win? Let me tell you, last week I talked about messaging into me directly on Bidchat. And unfortunately, I discovered that the messaging system within the website on Bidchat is still not working properly. The only way that you can message me on Bidchat is if you are using the Bidchat app. Keep that in mind. So if you're not using the app, don't worry about messaging me on the website. It's not working properly right now. So the best way that you can enter the contest is by subscribing to the show blog. It's www.thebreakformoms.com. If you go to thebreakformoms.com, you will see a bunch of different menus at the top of the website. There's blog, about me, about the show, watch the archive broadcast, and there's also a section labeled contests and giveaways. If you click on contests and giveaways, you will see all the rules for the contest as well as the deadline, which is next Sunday night, midnight Eastern time, to enter the contest. So all you have to do is click to subscribe. You'll see a rectangular box on the right side of the website. Simply put in your email and you will be subscribed to the blog. With that, all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of the contest and giveaway page, and there is a comment section. It says leave a reply to comment. So simply type a reply with the word win, W-I-N, and list your choice. You'll see a picture at the top of the contest page with the 4 choices for books. So just type win and your book choice, and I will randomly select a winner from those that enter on the show next week. That's next Monday, October 10th, between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern time. So good luck. I can't wait to see who's entered, and I hope that you are a winner. And if you have any questions about the contest or about the show, or you're interested in being a featured guest on the show, you can contact me at Nicole, Nicole, at thebreakformoms.com. Make sure you use the number 4 in the title, both on social media, my contact email, as well as my website and blog, The Break for Moms. Good, you've got it. I see 1 thumbs up. Thank you. Sorry for all the talking about the giveaway, but I want to make sure everyone understands because we didn't have many entrants last week, and that made me very, very sad. And I apologize again for the website not being able to allow people to message me. So again, the best way to enter is to go to the blog, thebreakformoms.com, click on contest giveaways. You'll see all of the rules and you'll know just what to do. And if you have any questions, again, one last time, you can email me at Nicole@thebreakformoms.com. Okay, so now it's time for the tip of the day. Many parents have different types of tricks and gimmicks up their sleeve. It's part of being a parent. But sometimes it's the simple things in life that can be the best way to help with your parenting. And one of those things is to use music. Yes, music of all things. Sounds simple, right? I am a former music teacher, so I love talking about music, and this show today is going to feature a topic that is near and dear to my heart. I spent 6 years teaching in the public schools, 5th and 6th grade vocal and instrumental music. And a lot of times I used music not only as my inspiration for teaching and my subject matter, but also as a way to help discipline my students and keep order in the classroom. So you can keep order in the home by using music, and here's how you can do it. When I do transitions with my kids, whether we are cleaning up or getting ready for dinner or getting ready to go in the car, I simply turn on some music and I say, okay, ready, set, go, let's clean up to the music. Or you've got until the end of the song to get your socks and shoes on and get in the car. Or if you have little ones that are much younger, maybe you're changing diapers and your little one doesn't want to have their diaper changed, you can simply start singing a song. It's amazing what will happen. Your little one will instantly look up at you and smile, even if you don't have a very good voice. All babies love to hear music. So whenever my baby doesn't want me to change her diaper, I simply start singing and it instantly catches her attention. She's engaged, she stops fidgeting, she stops crying, and she listens because babies love to hear the sound of their parent's voice. So try that the next time you're having trouble at home. Maybe you have a teenager that doesn't like to communicate, or maybe they just don't like to communicate with you. Have you ever wanted to talk to them about a serious topic, but you're not sure how to get their attention and know that they're truly listening? Next time you're in the car, turn on some music. Not just any music, but some music that will engage them with the words. Pick a song ahead of time on a CD or satellite radio, or think of another way to incorporate music while you're on your drive to and from school, or to soccer practice or ballet practice, or maybe you're even driving a child away to school for college. Turn on some music with some lyrics that are meaningful, that sing about what you want to say to your child. I know it sounds overly simple, but sometimes people don't think to use music. Simply play a song and let your child listen to that music after the song's over. Ask them if anything in the song stood out to them. When I was a teacher, oftentimes without even prompting students, when we would sing music, kids would open up and talk about the lyrics and talk about things going on in their personal life in a way that they may not have done otherwise. But music is a form of communications. And it is also a way for kids to feel empowered, to express themselves, and to build confidence. So if your child is struggling with confidence or expressing themselves, see if you can incorporate music. Music lessons, of course, are a wonderful way for kids to build confidence and learn to take criticism, constructive criticism, without feeling like they're being attacked. It's one of the few environments where I feel like I, as a parent and as a former teacher, can give constructive criticism, and kids tend to take it a little bit better. And they are encouraged to do better, to improve themselves. Encourage them. Sign them up for piano lessons or instrumental music at school. Most instrumental music programs are free. If they're not, search your local library. There are many, many musical opportunities that are free at local libraries. I know myself, I take my kids to libraries all the time to hear sing and play, story time sessions, as well as even our local coffee shops sometimes have story time with music as well. And that's all free. So check out your local library. They also offer digital downloads. Oftentimes, I'm not sure which library you go to, but my library has a system called Hoopla, Hoople, and you can download so much music for free directly from your computer without even leaving your home. So check that out. Of course, you can always check out music at your local library as well. So keep those options in mind the next time you have a parenting issue. Instead of pulling all of those other tricks out of your bag, simply choose music. Music it has been researched that music can help to connect cells in our brain. It is a way to remember things. It helps to improve kids' concentration at school and at home when they're doing their homework. So think about playing music when you're doing homework with your kids, Or think about at school, encouraging your teacher to maybe play classical music. It's possible that they already do that already. Did you also know that even for older adults who have Alzheimer's, senior citizens or older adults with Alzheimer's can improve their memory by listening to music? If you've ever watched the show The Notebook, you will remember that the main character suffered from Alzheimer's. And during the second half of the movie, she sat down one day in the nursing home where she was at, and she started to play the piano, and she played a song from her youth that she used to play, and she remembered the song. It was amazing. And it wasn't just something for the movies, it's something in real life that happens because music stimulates both parts, the left and the right side of the brain, and it helps to stimulate and improve memory. So keep that in mind. That's our tip of the day, using music. And if you would like to learn more about the research behind music and how it improves learning and memory and can help with self-esteem, go to www.vh1savethemusic.org with the number 1, vh1savethemusic.org. It's a great website where you can find all of the details to all the information that you need to support music in schools and just explain to friends and family the benefits of music. And there are some great and reputable sources and quotes on that website. Just go to Why Music. It's one of the pull-down menus on that website, and you'll have a great printout that you can share with people all about music. Now, let's talk about funny things that happen as moms and parents. Let me tell you, my morning started out really, really rough today. I had an issue with my van. Yes, I have a minivan, and I'm proud of it. And my minivan would not start this morning. So I was panicking. I had 3 kids, age 5 and under, crying and screaming in the car because my son wanted to go to kindergarten and the car was not going, the van was not starting. And my 3-year-old was upset because she wanted to buckle herself, and I had helped her with half of the buckle system, the harness system. And so she was throwing a fit. She wanted to go to school, and I informed them that we were no longer going to school. Someone was going to come over, my dad, and pick up my son and take him to school. So my 3-year-old was upset about that as well. And my 1-year-old was crying because they were crying. She cries when the other 2 cry. So I had 3 screaming, crying kids in the car. It was not funny at the time. It's funny now when I think about it. But I had to get them out of the car. I had to call the school, let the school know that my son Troy was going to be late. And, I just thought about it and thought, gosh, are there any other moms out there having that kind of morning? It always seems like it's a Monday when that kind of stuff happens. It's either raining or it's a Monday, or I don't know. It's always a day when I have too many things planned and I don't have time to have a car that's not working or a schedule that veers from the norm. So call in right now if you've had one of those days today. I'm sorry if you have, but I want to be here to support you. So give me a thumbs up if you need some support today and you want to call into the show and tell me about your day, because it's been kind of a rough day for me. But fortunately, this show is my break. Notice I said break. That's part of the title, The Break for Moms. And I hope that you are enjoying this break from your daily routine as well. I want to thank all of you for tuning in and let you know that, again, as a thank you for watching the show today, I'm going to send all new followers 100 free Bitcoins just for tuning in today. So all you have to do is click the heart to follow the show. Simply click on that. It will turn red. I will get a notification after the show that I have a new follower, and I will send you those Bitcoins, and you are free to use those however you would like. It's my way of saying thank you to you. I have many neighbors in my neighborhood, but I don't know all of them. But there's one special neighbor. I'm wondering if she's watching today. Her name is Monica, and I'm not sure. I hope she doesn't mind that I'm sharing her name. But Monica is a very sweet neighbor and friend of mine, and she's also a mom of 3 girls. And the special part about Monica is she has taken so much time out of her own busy schedule to give me hand-me-downs, which I appreciate more than words could ever say. She has knocked on my door several times and dropped off things that her kids are no longer using. And one day she brought me an entire bag full of dry erase activity books. And she also brought me some tables. One was a very, very special hand-me-down table that was handmade by her kid's father. And I just really, really appreciated that she took the time to give me some things that would help me in my daily routine with my kids. You know, anytime I get an extra activity book from someone, I'm so grateful, because odds are there's something I need to get done. And just having something fresh to put on the table for my kids to do is just a lifesaver for me. So I want to let all moms and all caregivers and parents watching the show know that if you can help out another mom, that means the world to us. It really does take a village to raise a child. I'm going to say that almost on every show. It's a major theme on this show. It's important to support each other. We need support. We can't do it alone. So Monica, if you're watching, thank you so much for everything that you've done for my family. And as a way of saying thanks to Monica, I knocked on her door this weekend and I gave her a show t-shirt, and I told her about the show, and I said, you know, the theme of this show is supporting and helping other moms. So she was really, really appreciative. So it's important to say thank you when you do get help from other people. So I hope that Monica knows that I'm appreciative of her help. And if she's not watching the show, I hope she'll tune in and call in sometime, because I would love for other people to meet Monica. She's a great mom and she's a great neighbor, and she's a perfect example of how we can support each other. And I am going to check and make sure I can still hear myself on this broadcast. If you are watching and you can still hear me, and you have not gone ahead and click the thumbs up, we go ahead and click on that now, because even though I am doing a full broadcast today, I'm still testing and practicing every week. So sometimes I still need that feedback. So I see that I have 2 thumbs up. If you are one of the 4 viewers watching and you have not given me a thumbs up, go ahead and give me a thumbs up right now. That notifies me that you can hear me. Okay, that's important. And I'm going to invite you to call into the show right now. It is 1:34 Eastern time, so we have about 25 minutes left. So there are plenty of time to call into the show. If you're another broadcaster and you're trying to call in but you're having trouble, go ahead and click to refresh your browser. For those of you watching, if you're having trouble, make sure that you use Google Chrome or Firefox as your browser. Those are the 2 main ones that are supported by Bidchat and are the best for live streaming. Keep that in mind. If you're using Safari, you're not going to have a good live streaming experience, and you may have trouble even pulling up the Bidchat website. If you're using the app, keep in mind that your internet connection will not be as secure because you are using Wi-Fi. The best internet connection is one with a hardline connection through an Ethernet cord that is clicked directly from your modem to your computer. Thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you can hear me okay. I am waiting for callers. The most fun part of this show is having callers. So I am watching my clock. I don't see the auction running. That means if you call in right now, all you have to do is bid 100 Bitcoins. If you don't have them, send me a message. I'll send you 100 more. I have over 2,500 Bitcoins to pass out, and I need to use them. I use them or I lose them. So go ahead, send me a message. If you're on the app, you can send me a direct message through Bidchat. Just click on the little message speech bubble icon, and you can send me a message and say, hey, send me some more Bitcoins. Or if you are not using the Bidchat app, you can simply click follow as a new follower. I'll send you 100 Bitcoins. Or you can send me a direct message at Nicole@thebreakformoms.com. That's Nicole at thebreakformoms with the number 4.com. Okay, I don't want to repeat that anymore and bore you. So we're going to move along, and I'm going to check my handy dandy little notebook here, where I have my show schedule in case I get distracted or I forget. Because as a mom, if any of you are like me, I am very, very forgetful, especially if I have not had a good night's sleep. So we talked about some celebrity news. We talked about, let's see, where is my little list here? We talked about music as our tip of the day for parenting and helping with discipline and doing homework and learning at home as well as at school. We talked about our What Would You Do segment. And that brings me to a couple more funny stories from my life and my reality as a mom. The other week, I had a water meter man from my local city knock on my door. Normally, I don't answer the door. I never answer the door, actually. But by chance, I had the door wide open, just my glass weather door, my screen door, was closed, but the main door was open, so I could see if someone was on the porch. So that meant I was stuck. If someone came to the door, I had to acknowledge them. I couldn't run and hide because the door was open and they could see me and I could see them. So anyhow, this water meter man knocks on the door and I run to the door, hearing the knock but not seeing anyone at this point, knowing that I was expecting a package. Well, it wasn't the person delivering the package, it was the water meter man. And I opened the door and he said that he had been trying to contact our house to set up a new water meter in the basement, an updated one, I believe a digital one, sponsored by the city. So of course I didn't have to pay for this new water meter, but I had to invite the strange man into my home and down into my basement with 3 little kids, age 5 and under, and no one else at home. So I begrudgingly said, okay, you can come in, because really there is no good time when you have 3 little kids running around. I warned him to watch his step because there were toys everywhere and he could come down to the basement. So I brought my kids down to the basement with me because of course I'm not going to leave them with a stranger, and I'm not going to go down in the basement by myself without the kids. And I don't want the stranger in my basement alone because I have a lot of valuables in my basement. So I went down in the basement with the water meter man. And of course, in the 1 minute that he had been down in the basement, my 1-year-old had a dirty diaper. So I'm wondering what to do. It smells in the basement. There is not any circulation in the basement. I know he smells it. I'm hoping that he doesn't think it's me. So I feel the need to outwardly announce that there is a dirty diaper. And I needed to change this dirty diaper, but I didn't want to bring my little one upstairs. I didn't have any diapers or wipes downstairs because we don't hang in the basement, out in the basement very long. It's not a finished basement. We have a toy area, but normally if I need to change a diaper, I just go upstairs. There usually isn't a stranger in the basement. Anyhow, to make a long story short, I run upstairs, I grab everything to change your diaper, I come back down, I change your diaper, whew, it's done, okay? I quickly dispose of the diaper, run back downstairs, and then all of a sudden, I smell something again. And my 5-year-old, who is very quick to acknowledge anything that's going wrong, very loudly announces that my 3-year-old, who looks way too big to have a pull-up on and be going number 2 in her pull-up, he announces that she has gone to the bathroom in her pull-up. Now I'm mortified because not only is there a stinky, dirty diaper in the basement, but it's from my 3-year-old who's very tall, very verbal, and looks like she's 5. So quickly I tell my son, okay, be quiet. You know, we don't need to announce this to the whole world, but it was too late. The water meter man heard this as well. He didn't comment or laugh or anything, but I know he heard it. I knew he smelled it. So I quickly get what I need to take care of my daughter without him looking. I'm hiding behind this giant tent that we have in the basement, and I dispose of that. And at this point, the water meter man is yelling at me because he wants me to go upstairs and turn off the water so he can experiment and make sure that the water meter is working. So I run upstairs, I turn off the water, I come back down. Then he tells me, okay, I think he tells me, you can turn it back on. So I run upstairs, I turn it back on. Then he's yelling from the basement, did you just turn it back on? I told you not to turn it back on yet. I'm totally confused. I can't hear a thing because I have 3 kids running around in the basement. I'm mortified because I didn't do what he said, and I really just want him to leave at this point. So I'm wondering, have you ever had one of those days with your kids? Maybe you have older kids, but you've had a crazy situation where things just aren't going right and you're feeling a little bit embarrassed by your kids. I know sometimes teenagers can do embarrassing things as well, or we as parents can embarrass our teenagers. So if you have an embarrassing story about how you embarrassed your teenager in public, you can go ahead and call in and tell me about that too. I would love to hear your story. So that's my funny story of the day. I have many, many more that I'll share with you next week. And I want to give you a little teaser for next week before we close out the broadcast, and hopefully some people will call into the show. Next week, we are going to talk about flu season and what you can do to keep your kids healthy. On this show, I want to make sure that I stay objective. So even though I have my own opinions, which I may or may not share, I want to cover both sides of the equation. We are going to talk about not only the more holistic approaches to healthcare and flu season and keeping your kids healthy, but also some recommendations by pediatricians, and we are going to talk about vaccines as well. I know that's a taboo topic. You are free to call and weigh in whatever side that you're on. I will not judge you, and hopefully the rest of our viewers will not judge you either. So I want to tell you about that. So if you want to research ahead of time and call in and share your thoughts, or if you're an expert, a pediatrician, or someone that sells healthcare products. I have a friend that works with oils. So if you are a fan of using oils to help with your family's health, you can check back next week. We're going to talk about that. We're going to cover it all. Hopefully I answer any of your questions. And if I don't, feel free to leave me a message. You know how to reach me on social media or by my email, nicole@thebreakformoms.com, and I will get back with you. But again, I want to share that if you are someone that wants to be featured on the show, if you're an expert or just a fellow mom that has some great ideas to share, I would love to talk with you and hear more about that. I am always looking for people to sit with me either right here on this couch to share the broadcast with me, or I can insert a pre-taped segment through the software that I told you about at the beginning of the show. It's awesome what you can do with technology. So you don't have to be on here live. We can use a pre-taped segment if you want to video yourself and email me that video. I can go ahead and look at that video and approve it for including on our show. So it is 1:43. We have a little bit more than 15 minutes left on the show. I would love to hear from you. I don't see any callers, so I'm going to wait a minute and encourage you to call into the show. I hope that you know how to do it. I hope that your internet is working properly. If it's not, could you please send me a message on social media or through my email and let me know that you tried to call into the show and it didn't work. If you have questions, please ask. I need that feedback. I cannot improve our show and the live streaming experience unless I get that feedback from you. And because this is a live show, I can't check during the broadcast as much as I would like to. I cannot do that. So please go ahead, contact me after the show. You can contact me by email or on social media, whichever is your preference. I would love to hear from you, whether it's positive feedback or maybe it's some constructive criticism on how I can improve the broadcast. Please go ahead and share that with me. I've got thick skin. I've heard it all. I want to make this better for you. This is a show for all of you, and it's my job as the broadcaster to make it the best show possible. So each week is going to get better and better. I tried to start out with some music and my show logo, and that worked okay today, but then my sound wasn't working with the software I was using. So again, it's a bit of guess and check, and unfortunately, I cannot properly check unless I go live. So the only way that I know if it's working is if I go live and I get feedback from all of you. Hi, we have another viewer. Thanks for joining. I want to let you know that this broadcast is going to end in about 15 minutes, but I would love to hear from you before I do. So go ahead and call into the show now. I'm waiting. I haven't had any callers except one, Lucretia. Thank you so much for calling into the show. And Lucretia has her own show on Bidchat. So go ahead and type in her name on the search, and you should be able to pull up her broadcast. And Lucretia, if you want to call back into the show and give a little promo for your show, you are welcome to do that. I'm so glad that she called into the show. She let me know that she couldn't hear me. So if you're just tuning in and you want to check out this full broadcast, you can go to archive broadcast. Know that the first 5 minutes or so is in a separate archive video. There are 2 videos with today's date, and that is, of course, because I was having some technical issues. Hi, Lucretia, I see you calling in. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay now. Thank you for calling back in. I want to invite you to give a shout out to your show, of course, as a way of saying thanks for making an attempt to call in. I see that we have 15 seconds left on the clock, and there is a 1-minute delay, so viewers, hang tight, and she will be popping up on the screen, and hopefully you can hear me and her as well. I'm crossing my fingers today that it works. Hi, Lucretia. I see that we're connecting. Give it 1 second. It says you have 30 seconds again. Try to call back in, okay? I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. Maybe try refreshing your browser. I know I had trouble calling into other shows this past week. However, I did it last night using Google Chrome, and I did better with Google Chrome. So I don't know, Lucretia, I'd like to hear your feedback and hear if you're having problems calling in or having people call into your show, because I'm kind of bummed out that I haven't had anyone else call into the show today, but I'm assuming it's because of technical difficulties. All right, 1 second on the clock. Hi, Lucretia. We're going to try again. Crossing my fingers. We have caller. She is a fellow broadcaster, and she's going to say hello, crossing my fingers that it works. And you can hear me. Hi, can you hear me?
Hear you. Awesome.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, man.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you. This is Lucretia. She has her own show on Bidchat. Check it out.
This is so annoying.
I'll extend your call. Try again.
Oh, wait.
Still can't. Oh, bummer. Again, this is live streaming, so maybe she'll try to hang up and call. You want to try to call again?
Yeah, let me do that.
Okay, she's gone. Okay, so yeah, we're not playing charades. I was trying to let her know that I couldn't hear her, and I want to let all of you know that this is going to take some time. Bidchat is a new website. If this is your first time checking it out, it's new to all of us, both viewers and broadcasters. So there are still a lot of technical details that we're trying to get solved and situated, including our sound, our video, our lighting, having callers call in, being heard when you call in. It's so tricky. But anyways, Lucretia is going to call in again, and her show is called Your Playlist. I see that someone's sending me a message saying they can hear me, so that's good. So hopefully we can hear Lucretia, where she's going to try again. If not, be sure to check out her broadcast, and you can call into her show and meet her. It's called Your Playlist, and she'll tell you a little bit more about her show, hopefully in about 30 seconds. I see the auction clock running again, so I'm going to cross my fingers. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you about a really cool moment that I had yesterday. I did have success calling into a show, and oh gosh, I forget the name of the show. It's a show with teens. I think it's called Live Show or Your Shows. I need to look, but it's on my Moments, and it's with two teenagers. I believe that the main teen who has the show under her profile is Samantha. Don't quote me on that, Samantha. And these two teens talk about musicals and shows, literally shows, you know, live shows like plays and musicals. And I called into their show as a mom, and I said, hi, you know, don't worry, you're not in trouble. Of course, I was making a joke. I'm not sure if they got that joke. But I asked them about the show and about musicals because I was a former music teacher, and I asked them to sing on the show. And they did this awesome demonstration of a musical that they're in. So you can check out that moment. Go to my archived videos and click on Moments. That allows you to just view a short moment of me talking with another broadcaster. It's those moments with two callers, and that is under your Moments. So check that one out. It was really, really a fun moment because these two teens were the best singers ever. I didn't know what to expect, but they instantly started singing live. I put them on the spot, and they were wonderful. So you're gonna have to check out their broadcast. For all the details, just check in my Moments, click most recent moments, and you'll pull up that one. You'll see two teenagers and me smiling in the corner like I'm talking to them. And when you click on that, it will play that moment. And it's really kind of a neat one. And you can share it on social media with your friends. If you have kids that are teenagers, share their show because I'm sure that they would love it. They're two really great teens, and they were really friendly and really nice. And I'm hoping to watch their show in the near future because I love music, and they're going to talk about shows that they are in, and you'll get all those details and hopefully hear them sing again soon. Okay, Lucretia, 12 seconds on the clock. I'm crossing my fingers again. We have a broadcaster that is trying to call in and say hello and talk about her show. So I'm hoping that this works. She's a fellow mom as well. So that's neat that I have a broadcaster who is a mom calling in. Hi, Lucretia. I hope you can hear me. I'm hoping I can hear you. There's about a 1 minute delay, so I'm waiting. I'm going to try to look up at my video so it doesn't look like I'm looking in the corner. I'm waiting, crossing my fingers. I'm wondering if Lucretia is using the Bidchat app instead of the website. The app is tricky. If you use the app to call into shows, you don't have as secure of a connection. Oh, sorry, Lucretia, it didn't work. If you want, try again. If not, no worries. You've got a little one with you, I understand. Oh, she's trying again. She's trying again. If you are another viewer right now that would like to try calling in, don't be nervous. Just go ahead and do it. We have to see if this works today, and you can help me practice working with callers by simply attempting to call in. And know that if you try to call in and the call does not go through, you will not lose your Bitcoins. You will be reimbursed for the full amount. Or if you just call in and it's only 5 seconds and then it gets timed out, know that it will be prorated and you will not lose all of those coins. So keep that in mind. Lucretia, sorry, it's not working. I see you trying and trying. I don't know why it's not working. That's technology for you. Anyhow, I am going to close out this broadcast in about 8 minutes. So Lucretia, if it doesn't work this time, don't worry about it. I will try to call into your show. And you know what, I forget, since I'm live right now, I can't look to double check, Lucretia, at when your show is running, but her show is called Your Playlist. Go ahead and search that in the search tool in the search bar at the top of Bidchat, and you can find out more about her show. And I'm going to try to call into her broadcast. Hello, I see we have a new viewer. Welcome. You are catching the tail end of the Break for Moms. And right now we have a caller that's trying to call in. Her name is Lucretia, and she is the host of Your Playlist. So we're hoping that it works. I'm crossing my fingers. We are having trouble with callers today. But I just want to say one more time to our new viewer, if you would like to be entered into this week's contest, I've extended it from last week into the next week. Go ahead and check out the show blog, www.thebreakformoms.com. Use the number 4 and click on the menu at the top. One of the headings is contests and giveaways. If you click on that, it will explain how you can enter the contest to win a free book. Usborne Books is an awesome book company, and I had someone from Usborne Books call into the show last week, and she talked about literacy and encouraging young ones to read both nonfiction as well as other types of books that Usborne offers to help with fine motor skills in little ones. So you can learn a little bit more about Usborne on my blog and enter to win one of the free books that she showcased on the show. All you have to do is subscribe to the blog and leave a comment at the bottom of the contest page. So just simply go to my blog, click on contest page, and you can read all the rules right there. It's very simple. I mentioned messaging me on the show, but unfortunately the messaging system on the website for Bidchat is not working. So if you want to message me and you're on the website, it's not going to work. So for right now, until that's up and running, you can either message me directly on here through the app for Bidchat, or you can send me an email at Nicole@thebreakformoms.com, NICOLE @thebreakformoms.com with the number 4. Okay, so sorry for all of the repetition, but because this is a live show and I've got people trickling in throughout the broadcast, I want to make sure that everyone has the information that they need. When I close out this broadcast, I will see if I can leave up a screen running for a few minutes that has all of the links to social media and how you can find the show on social media. So if you didn't catch that, I'll try to put it up. I'm going to see. I'm having a little bit of trouble with some software that I'm using. And we are having trouble with callers today. So I am going to say if you'd like to call in, you have 5 more minutes to try to call in. However, we're having some problems today. So I will try again maybe sometime this week. I'll have a special featured broadcast where I'll just practice. So if you happen to be playing around on Bidchat and you see that I have popped up, know that it is not the regular show the rest of this week. It is just a special featured broadcast for me to practice and for callers to practice calling in. But you can catch The Break for Moms every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're on the West Coast, that's 10 a.m. your time. Every Monday, like I said, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the regularly scheduled broadcast, which will run for roughly 1 hour. Unless we have an exciting caller that has called at the last second, and I don't want to end that broadcast, of course, because I want to talk to all of my callers and get your feedback and hear what you have to share. And again, I want to remind you that this show is for both traditional moms as well as adoptive moms, parents, both genders, male and female. If you're a dad or a male caregiver of children, feel free to call into the show. If you are a mentor mom who has older children, you can call into the show at any time and share your own tips and advice. We would love to hear from you. If you are a teacher or a pediatrician or any other caregiver of young children, babysitter, nanny, child care worker, the list goes on and on. Feel free to call into the show and watch the show. There are many important topics and resources that I'm going to share that will be pertinent to all of you. So thank you for watching. I'm going to give this auction clock one more second to see if I have a caller that can call in. I'm sorry it's not working again. I'm going to go ahead and close out this broadcast now. I'm going to turn on some software that is going to leave up my social media information and contact information outside of social media, as well as my blog. So make sure you check out the blog and subscribe. Also, please subscribe to the show's YouTube channel. You can get the archive broadcasts. You can get a notification for those. I will post them on YouTube at about 3 o'clock every Monday after the show. I'm going to try to hold and stick to that. Know that I have 3 little kids, so if there's a delay, bear with me, but I am notifying people that on YouTube I'm going to regularly post at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, subscribe to the blog, and you can enter the contest for this week. I will announce the winner of the book contest next week. That's October 10th on Monday between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much for watching, and hang tight. I'm going to put up that social media information. Let's see if my software will work to do this. This is all kind of a work in progress. I'm going to try. I'm not sure if it is going to work, and I don't think it is going to work, but I am going to try. Let's see. Nope, it's not going to work. So go ahead and go to the blog this week. And oh, hi, I see my mom calling in. Oh no, I can't close the show out now because my mom is calling in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna wait and cross my fingers that it's working. Yay! Connecting, crossing my fingers. Mom, if this doesn't work, try again. I will extend this broadcast because, of course, I want to hear from my mom. She's the one that really made all this possible. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here. Okay, it says connecting. There's a 1-minute delay, so hang tight. Let's see if it works. I really hope it works because that would be so fun for my mom to say hi on the show. And she's a great speaker, too. So she would be a great co-broadcaster. In fact, she could have her own cooking show because she's a great Italian cooker. Mom, it didn't work. Refresh your browser. At the top, there's that half circle with the arrow at the top where your search bar is. Click refresh if it doesn't work. But try again. Try again. Okay, I'm going to cross my fingers that this works. Also, Mom, I want to let you know that if you are using Internet Explorer for your browser for this, it may not work. The best browsers are Google Chrome or Firefox, and I can show you how to download those later. Crossing my fingers, she's trying again. It says connecting. I don't know if she's using Google Chrome or Firefox. If she's not, this may not work. I'm trying. I'm waiting. Crossing my fingers. 1-minute delay. Hang tight. Sorry for boring everybody, but I'm waiting to see if she could call in because I would love for you to meet my mom. By the way, I was just mentioning she's a great Italian cook. She should have her own cooking show on here. Maybe someday. We'll see if she can catch up with the technology. Oh, call failed. Sorry, Mom. Are you using Google Chrome, Mom? If you're not, you have to download it, and that takes a while, so you can't do it today, but I'll tell you later. Okay, the auction clock is trying again. Mom, refresh your browser. Way at the top by your search bar where you typed in to get to bidchat.com, there's a half circle with an arrow, and if you click on that little icon, it refreshes everything. So if there's a technical problem, it will just refresh the website. So if this doesn't work, try one more time. If not, I'm going to close out the broadcast, and we'll try again next time. My mom, Loretta, is trying to call in. It says connecting. It looks like it's going to work, but I'm thinking it might be her browser, or it might just be an issue with the website. That's the problem with live streaming is we can't stop to fix things. We have to keep going. The show must go on. So thank you, all of you, for watching and bearing with me. We have a few technical issues today. Next week is going to get better and better. We've got a great show lined up. Like I said, we're going to talk about keeping your kids healthy. And of course, there will be another tip of the day, a What Would You Do segment, some celebrity news, and a contest announcement. We will announce the winner for the contest. So hang tight. Join us next week, Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, the auction clock's going one more time. I'm going to let I'm going to let my mom try one last time. Sorry for boring all of you by waiting, but we want to see if this will work. Mom, if this doesn't work, don't try again. I'm going to close out the broadcast because it's 2:02 and there are other broadcasts starting at 2 and I don't want to interfere with those many wonderful broadcasts. So all of you should check them out. Stay on Bidchat and look for top live broadcasters and you will see those shows pop up. So that's connecting. We're going to try one more time. Cross your fingers, everybody. Mom is trying to call in. I don't think it's going to work. Hi, I don't know if you can hear me, Mom, but I'm crossing my fingers. If this doesn't work, I'm going to close out this show for today. It says connecting. Maybe she refreshed her browser and it's working. I don't know. It says it's still connecting. Oh, call failed. Sorry. Okay, we're going to close out this broadcast. Thank you for watching. See you next Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, subscribe to the blog and on YouTube to get all the latest information and archived videos to share with your friends and family. Bye. Have a great week. And don't forget to support other moms and parents. We all need support. We can't do it alone. And don't forget to take a break. We all need that. Bye.